What is sludge metal? Sludge metal is an offshoot of doom metal. Taking influence from hardcore punk.
Try to stop us, it's no use.
It adds an edginess to the slow, bluesy sound. A band that best exemplifies the essence of sludge metal is I Hate God. In opposition to trad doom, sludge is much less mellow and much more angry, opting for strained harsh vocals as opposed to the monotone cleans of traditional doom metal. While trad doom was the trend in the 70s and 80s, sludge metal was the trend in the 90s and the early 2000s. Sludge metal is often conflated with southern metal, and the terms are often used interchangeably. However, this isn't exactly accurate. Southern metal is an offshoot of sludge, so it would be accurate to call southern metal sludge, but not all sludge metal is southern metal. So a band like Down could be considered both sludge metal and southern metal. But a band like I Hate God can only be considered sludge. I know this is a bit confusing, as a lot of these bands are from the same scene, and I Hate God themselves even use Southern in an album title, but pure sludge metal lacks the influence of Southern rock that makes Southern metal what it is. A lot of post-metal is often conflated with sludge metal as well. Again, post-metal can be considered an offshoot of sludge metal. In fact, it has the nickname atmospheric sludge. Mastodon is probably the band most guilty of being called sludge metal of all the post-metal bands, and both labels do apply to Mastodon. You can think of southern metal as sludge metal for rednecks, and post-metal as sludge metal for hipsters. But as for pure sludge, it is pure angst and frustration, like an addict who has been denied his fix. I've joked before that if trad doom is weed, then sludge is heroin. It is just a funny way to look at it. Some other sludge metal bands include Crowbar, who blend sludge with groove metal, and Damage Plan, who mix sludge with nu metal. Even some bands, who are household names, have delved into sludge metal. On Load and Reload, Metallica took influence from sludge and southern metal. Even on Death Magnetic and Hardwired to Self-Destruct, which are thought to be a return to form for Metallica, reviving their earlier thrash metal style, Metallica never truly returned. You can still hear the sludge metal influence. They wear these influences on their sleeves, especially in regards to Crowbar and their Hardwired to Self-Destruct album cover. I'll let you decide the line between homage and plagiarism, but they definitely aren't hiding their inspirations. Pantera also took influence from sludge and southern metal on the Great Southern Trendkill, providing some of their most intense and varied material. Finally, Alice in Chains had some sludge metal influence, making them quite possibly the most accessible band of the style. Gatekeep if you wish, but these bands are at least partially sludge metal. If trad doom was boomer metal, then sludge metal is Gen X metal, a much more jaded version. Not exactly as radio-friendly as Sabbath, unless it's diluted by other styles. The lyrical themes of sludge are an extension of the themes of trad doom, but even darker. A hostile, impoverished, existential rage. I will cover the other doom metal subgenres, including southern and post-metal, in future installments. I hope you now understand what sludge metal is. Next up is grunge, the similar, and often confused, sibling of sludge. Join me in my quest to explore all of metal's overcomplicated genres.